When Michael Jackson sat down to listen to the first copy of the album Thriller, what he heard was so bad, he burst into tears.
And we heard that thing, man. It was tinny and squeaky and everything else. Michael started to cry.
He was sobbing. He was just crying and unhappy as could be.
It all sounded awful. It wasn't ready.
According to Jackson's 1988 autobiography, Moonwalk, his record company had put him under such immense pressure to finish the album that compromises were made and corners were cut, leaving Jackson feeling that Thriller sounded so crappy to me that tears came to my eyes. The sad truth was that the mixes of Thriller didn't work. Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller, great songs with great performances had been reduced to what Quincy Jones called 24 karat sonic doo-doo. Back in 1982, vinyl was the main medium through which people consumed music. But in the recording studio, everything was recorded to long reels of tape. So when Thriller mix engineer, Bruce Swideen, sent the tapes off for the first vinyl pressing, what he got back was completely underwhelming. Vinyl requires thick grooves for optimal sound quality.
In those days, the days of the LP, if the playing time is long, the grooves will be too close together and it just doesn't work.
The tracks on Thriller were simply too long and the sound just wasn't happening. Producer Quincy Jones and Jackson decided, to the haste of the record company, that they would have to mix the album all over again. So Quincy announced to the team that they would take a day off and then come back and spend a day on each track, remixing and reducing each side of the LP down from 27 to 20 minutes.
So we went in the other room and said, okay, we take one night off. We got 8 more tunes and we do one every day.
The super long intro to Billie Jean, which Jackson described as his jelly, was reduced and a second verse from Lady in My Life was cut completely. With the track lengths reduced, there was now more space within the grooves to bring the album to life. When they gave the tracks to mastering engineer Bernie Grundman, more top end was applied to the slower songs like Baby Be Mine, and the famous beat that opens Billie Jean was pumped with far more depth, more kick. Day by day, track by track, the album was mixed until each track sounded, on vinyl, like the sonic blockbuster Quincy and Michael hoped it would be.
We're going to take this record to where it should be. We literally blew everybody out of the water.
The rest is history.